This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined today by Ron Galperin. He is the controller for the city of Los Angeles. And sir, way before you got to the controller's office, the city of Los Angeles and its sibling, it's part of it, the Department of Water and Power, has not felt like a sibling. It's felt like a stepchild. It's felt like a stepsister that's not really part of the family, if I can use those cliches. Are you seeing that?
Well, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power is the biggest municipal utility in the nation.
Right.
And if you are putting it as a family relationship,
right,
there are dysfunctional families.
Yes, there are.
And this may be an example. There's a lot of things that the DWP does well, but at the same time, there's a lot of problems in how it operates, a lot of issues regarding billing, a lot of issues about compensation, and about lack of transparency.
Who owns the DWP?
Well, the City of Los Angeles, that means you and I as the residents and the ratepayers in the City of Los Angeles.
So explain to us then how, since the City of Los Angeles owns the DWP, without the City of Los Angeles, there is no DWP, how they have been able to be so bratty, can I use that word, to its owner?
Well, I've taken a lot of issue with the way that things have operated there, as I think you know. Actually, I wanted to know how, for example, two trusts were spending their money for safety and training. Two good things to do safety and training, of course, but they didn't want to disclose how the money got spent. I had to serve subpoenas, got involved for a year and a half until we could do that audit.
But I don't get it. I mean, you're part of the ownership.
Oh, yes.
So why do you need to spend city dollars? Why do you need to waste city resources to serve a subpoena on what you own? I mean, I don't get it.
I've been asking that very same question, but I'll tell you, when I came into office, and it's about 2 years now, the history of how things had been treated when it came to the relationships between the city and between DWP were perplexing to me.
Right.
Because I thought, well, they should be making everything open, and it was something of a battle. But thankfully, we now have those two audits completed. And we also showed a lot of problems of what was going on.
But how do we prevent this in the future? I mean, that really is the question. Your predecessor had problems. Her predecessor had problems. I mean, this has been a constant problem. And I just don't know why it persists. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming your predecessor. But why has this been allowed to go on?
Well, that's a very good question. I keep on asking that every single day. And it's about exercising control, and it's about also showing them how serious we are about wanting to reform things at the DWP. That's why I actually went so far as to serve subpoenas. That's why I got involved in lawsuits over this, to make sure that we could make that information available to the public. Plus now we have a website called utilitypanel.la where you can go online. There's the virtual checkbook of DWP, all the details of their payroll, what they buy, all of their memorandums of understanding with the labor units, all of those details that previously were not available.
So what did you learn? What have we learned?
Oh, we learn something new every day.
Well, with regard to the DWP, what have we learned?
Well, what we've learned is that there's some real challenges of management there, and there's some real issues in terms of how to get things really much more accountable to the people of LA. But I think a really good start is putting it all online, showing everybody everything.
Transparency is great. Amen. But now what?
Well, now it's actually going to be also up to the council, among others, to actually execute and to make sure that the recommendations that we made in our most recent audit are put in place. We're also doing what's known as an industrial, economic, and administrative survey of DWP. It's sort of the mother of all audits, and that's going to have a lot of recommendations, plus creation of dashboards, which are going to show the public in real time what performance is like. And we've also put online, by the way, literally dozens and dozens of different leading indicators and metrics for DWP that you can go onto our website and see them.
Come back. He's Ron Galperin. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.